Buenas noches. Oh, see, the good thing is I can't see you, so, it's all good. All right, so I had prepared remarks. That seems to be like my opening line for all of these things, and then I just veer right off. I had prepared remarks, but I'm gonna go off script because I think there's something a little bit more important that I need to bring up to everybody that is in attendance. And since I can't see you, are my Emerge students here? All right, if you don't know what Emerge is, those would be the parallel track to this conference that these young Latinos come to. And I'm hosting them at AT&T over at one of our centers. And today, I was a little bit outraged by some information that they share with us. And I want to consider myself a well-informed Latina, but today was just information that I just didn't like, and it really upset me. And I don't know if you can see, but if you can turn and look at them, could you guys please show the audience that it's here how many of you have been told not to pursue a higher education? And I'm sure you're just, there's a lot of hands up, I'm sure, because that's what I saw today. There were a lot of hands up. And it was incredibly disturbing that our children are still being told that they're not good enough, to pursue a higher education. They're not good enough, that they're not going to complete it. And frankly, we have a lot of work to do. And so I wanted to take my moment at the microphone to share that with you, that the work is not done, that these kids need to hear that yes, they can do it, that yes, we want them to do it, and without them, we don't really have a future. So kids, you pursue whatever career you want to pursue, and we're gonna be right there with you, supporting you and advocating for you. So thank you. And before I go, I'll take 30 seconds, and I know this is gonna sound a little weird, but somebody lost a laptop today. Please check your bags, the Emerge students, to make sure that you don't have that young lady's laptop, and if you do, turn it in to one of the adults. Thank you very much.
Buenas noches. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. How's everybody doing? All right. It's a pleasure to be here tonight on behalf of Ford Motor Company once again at this beautiful gala. At Ford, we believe that advancing education is key to making our nation a better place. We're honored to team up with great organizations whose strong community values align with ours. Thank you to LULAC President Domingo Garcia, LULAC CEO Cindy Benavides, and his staff for your constant commitment and diligence to improve the life of Latinos in this country. For several years, the Ford Motor Company Fund, philanthropic arm of Ford Motor Company, and LULAC have developed and expanded educational programs that strengthen communities across the map. As you saw in the video, we launched Ford Driving Dreams in 2010 with LULAC, and we are excited to celebrate the program's 10th anniversary this year. Thank you. We're extremely proud that our programs have impacted more than 2,400 students and 78 LULAC councils in the US and Puerto Rico. Thanks to the commitment of LULAC and its council network, we have opened the doors to educational opportunities and economic mobility for so many deserving people in our community. Today, we have been able to expand the program to international markets, including Mexico, Panama, and this past December, Ford launched Ford Driving Dreams in Valencia, Spain, where the program provides resources that include leadership and social entrepreneurship training. At Ford, we look forward to the many exciting endeavors down the road. Driving a brighter future, a brighter tomorrow means investing in the academic and career dreams of our youth today. As our founder, Henry Ford, said, Coming together is a beginning. Keeping together is progress. Working together is success. We really hope you will visit lulac.org/4 to learn more about the Ford Driving Range Grants program and apply before the deadline of March 31st, 2020. Take a look. We have a new social mobility component, and enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you.
Good evening. I am always glad that they asked me to speak after lunch. Dinner, I should say. So there's a server out there that I've been harassing for bread since I got here. His name is Miguel. So if he's out there, thank you so much. I appreciate it. So on behalf of Charter Communications, I'm so pleased to be here with all of you. When I think of LULAC, the first thing that comes to mind is family. For 91 years, building up Latino families has been at the heart of what LULAC stands for. Raised in a huge Puerto Rican family myself, we got them, all right. My father is one of 17 children, and my mother is one of 9. So my 2 older sisters and I were raised in what we jokingly refer to as el barrio Berrocal. So this basically means tíos, tías, cousins, everywhere, all the time. My sisters and I had no chance whatsoever of getting away with anything growing up. But this is the Latino experience. Whether you come from a small family or a large one, family and community go hand in hand. Across Charter's 41-state footprint, we serve some of the country's most diverse communities through our Spectrum brand, delivering TV, internet, voice, and mobile services to more than 28 million customers. In partnership with dynamic community leaders like none other, LULAC CEO Cindy Benavides and President Domingo Garcia, as well as the LULAC Board of Directors and countless LULAC staff, we are able to invest in the communities and people we all serve in bigger and more meaningful ways. Charter is proud to share that LULAC was recently selected as one of 31 organizations to receive a digital education grant through our Spectrum Digital Education Grant Program. And yes, these grants are part of a $5 million commitment to provide digital education and training to charter communities across the country. Whether it's through philanthropic initiatives or bold decision-making, including our company's decision 2 years ago to provide every employee with a minimum wage of $15 per hour. Yes. Charter continues to find ways to give back and lift up communities across the country. We are so incredibly proud to partner with organizations like LULAC and are truly excited for the future and what we can continue to accomplish together. Thank you so much for your time this evening.